Yearwood, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please.
Yes, sir.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
Okay, Ms. Yearwood, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Mr. Christopher E. Dobson. Do you recognize that as being his will?
I do.
And I'm going to go to the signature page and ask you if that's his signature on that document.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and after the date he made this will, did he ever revoke it or amend it?
No, he did not.
Okay, and you've been provided with a proof of death and other facts this morning. Have you read that document?
Yes, sir, I have.
Is everything in there true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, it is.
All right, so, Ms. Thorne, I'm gonna be usurping your questions this morning because of the storm. I have to get to the Emergency Operations Center. And so I'm trying to get through these cases. And so I'm going to be doing some of your job this morning.
I am happy for you to do it. If you'll sign that real quick, Neva, I'll notarize it so that we can get that over with for the judge. Just like your name is written.
Good, go ahead. The order.
Who would you like to do next? Your
No, I mean on Dobson, the order. Did you ask me a question, Ms. Thorne?
What case would you like to do next?
Let's go in the order there on the docket. So next would be Smith.
Okay. So we need to pull in Bill Michael or William Michael. Not sure.
Yeah, William
how he
Thomas
is listed. Yeah.
Wait, you gave me Dorsey.
And Dorsey is Kara Edmondson.
Pardon me?
Yeah, just go with Smith.
Oh, okay. Stanley Smith, applicant William Thomas Michael.
Good morning. Is your
Good
volume on? Perfect. The judge is going to ask you some questions.
Okay, give me 1 second. We only have one applicant. Is that correct, Ms. Thorne?
That is correct.
Okay, are you William Thomas Michael?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Mr. Michael, if you'll raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, Mr. Michael, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Mr. Stanley Smith. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you if that's his signature on that document.
Yes, it is.
All right, and after the date he made this will on February 22nd of 2017, did he ever revoke it or amend it?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, have you been provided with a document called a proof of death and other facts?
Yes, I have.
And have you read that document?
Yes,
And is everything contained in that document true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
yes,
All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to make arrangements to make sign your proof of death and other facts before a notary. Get that back to Ms. Thorne. She's going to, and I'm sorry, but I'm hurrying to try to get to some National Weather Service calls this morning, and I am short-circuiting her questioning. And if you'll just make sure that once you sign that, get that to her, she'll e-file it. I'll sign the document admitting the will to probate, authorizing the clerk to issue letters testamentary that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. Please make sure that you cooperate with her in getting a listing of the assets of Mr. Smith's estate because she has 90 days to file an inventory with the court, okay?
yes.
All right. Well, y'all have a great week. And Ms. Thorne, we'll go with Jubert next.
Jubert, my dad is actually with Jubert.
Okay, then you've got
I've got Dorsey, though.
Dorsey. Okay, well, let's go with Dorsey then.
Thank you.
All right, y'all may leave, Mr. and Ms.
I'll
Michael.
call y'all in after a while.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Now we'll check.
When you don't have anything else on your plate.
All right. Is Kara Dorsey with you or appearing?
It's on. They just pulled her.
Okay.
Sarah, can you hear us?
I can, thank you.
Perfect. The judge is going to ask you some questions this morning. I know you're leaving your classroom.
I am. How are you? All right, I can hear you fine.
Okay, you can just stop right there. I can ask you the questions right there in the hall.
Okay, that'll be great.
All right. Do you go by Miss Dorsey or Miss Edmondson?
Edmondson.
Okay, Mrs. Edmondson, if I can get you to raise your right hand, please. Go ahead and stop so I can see.
Okay,
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Mr. Harris Dorsey. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir, I do.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page. Ask you, is that his signature on that document?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, and after the date he made that will on July 11th of 1980, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, had Ms. Thorne provided you with a document called the proof of death and other facts?
Yes, sir, she has.
Okay, did you read that?
Sir, I did.
Is everything in there true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and I'm sorry, Ms. Edmondson, but today we're trying to get ready for the storm and I've got to get to a weather call, so I'm short circuiting my hearings a little bit. So you're going to make arrangements to sign that document before a notary public and provide it to Ms. Thorne. She'll e-file it with the court. I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. You'll just need to make sure that you cooperate with Ms. Thorne in getting her a listing of the assets of your father's estate, because
Yes,
she's got 90 days to provide an inventory to the court, okay?
All right.
All right, so your dad was, he a brother to Norval Dorsey?
Yes, do you know Norval?
Whenever I was 18 years old, I worked at Georgetown Steel as a laborer, and Norval was out of the pipe fitters hall working as really he was more of a draftsman doing pipe work.
Mhm.
And so he was good to me.
Oh, great.
But anyway, well, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and Ms. Thorne will do a great job of guiding you through the process and letting you know what you need to do. You take care of yourself.
All right, thank you. You too.
You.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, Your Honor.
Bye-bye.
Jubert.
Okay.
Judge,
Good morning, Mr. Broussard.
get my video going here. I've got Darlene Parker here with me this morning, Judge.
Good morning, Ms. Parker.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Ms. Parker, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Frederick Jubert. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you if that's his signature on that document.
That is his signature.
And after the date he made this will on March 11th of 2004, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, he did not.
Okay, and Mr. Broussard has provided you with a document called a proof of death and other facts. Have you read that?
Yes, I have, sir.
Is everything in there true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Broussard, I'm short circuiting you a little bit this morning. I've got to get to some National Weather Service meetings in the Emergency Operations Center. So I'm
Absolutely.
asking for your questions. So if you'll go ahead and get her to sign her proof and let me know when it's notarized.
You can go ahead and sign right here, please. Okay, it's being notarized right now. I've got the stamp on it.
All right, Ms. Parker. As soon as everything's notarized, I'm going to sign the order admitting your father's will to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. You'll need to make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Broussard in getting him a listing of the assets of the estate so that he can do an inventory that has to be filed within 90 days, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well,
Very good, Judge. Thank you.
I'm going to move on to the next hearing to try to make sure I meet my schedule, but we'll get it signed today and let me know if there's any other way we can help, and y'all have a great week, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Very good. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Mills on roll.
They're not working with those conditions and
Right.
with the risk.
I don't blame them.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right. Are you Kellyanne Gonzalez?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Gonzalez, will you raise your right hand, please?
Yes.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause shall be the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Gonzalez, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Larry W. Roebuck. Do you recognize that as being his will?
I do. Uh-huh.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature on that document?
It is. Yes,
Okay, and after the date he made this will on January 22nd of 2015, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, and has Ms. Burnson provided you with the document called a proof of death and other facts?
Yes.
And is everything in there true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you'll go ahead and sign that, please. Ms. Burnson, I'm sorry to short circuit you this morning, but I'm trying to get to the Emergency Operations Center because of this storm. So I'm trying to hurry the hearing.
No, you're good. We'll be thinking about you. I know you have a lot on your plate. If you'll sign that one too, that's the oath that we talked about.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So Ms. Gonzalez, once she's notarized that, I'll sign the order admitting your father's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. That way you'll be able to marshal the assets and deal with banks and so forth. Please make sure that you cooperate with Ms. Burnson in getting her a listing of the assets of your father's estate because she's got 90 days to do an inventory and file it with the court, okay?
Okay, thank you.
We're all signed.
And we're all signed here, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. Ms. Burnson, let us know if you need anything.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Take care now. Okay, Mr. Quigley.
Yes, Judge, how are you?
Good morning. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Maybe this is better.
There we go. 1 second. I'm going to be hurrying through this so I can get to the Emergency Operations Center for a National Weather Service call. So I may short circuit some of your questioning this morning, Mr. Quigley.
Not a problem.
Okay, Mr. Spectre, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Mr. Spectre, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Renee Spectre. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes.
I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
That is her signature.
And after the date she made this will on November 10th of 2017, did she ever change it or revoke it?
Never.
Okay, and Mr. Quigley's provided you with a document called a proof of death and other facts. Have you read that document?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in there true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead and sign that, please, sir.
Yeah, they're all three names.
Done. Oh, you want me to sign this one too?
Yes, and then you'll sign your oath. Once you've signed your proof and your oath and they've been notarized, I'll sign the order admitting your wife's will to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters. It'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. And you'll need to make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Quigley in getting him a listing of the assets of your wife's estate because he got 90 days to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well,
Both documents have been signed and notarized, Judge.
okay, and the order has been signed, and I'm so very sorry for your loss, Mr. Spectre. Y'all let us know if you need anything, but otherwise, I hope y'all have a great week. Take
Okay, you
care.
too. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
We're gonna go million. Okay, are you Raymond Dumas Jr.? Did you respond, sir?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear him. Did he say
He
anything?
said yes, sir, originally.
Mr. Dumas, would you say something, please, so I can see if I can hear you? Okay, is your microphone turned on? Make sure you look directly into the device when you answer. Say something again and look directly into the device.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
That's a little bit better. Okay, Mr. Dumas, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Faynell Dumas. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and after the date she made this will on August 18th of 2005, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, has Ms. Vermillion provided you with a document called a proof of death and other facts?
Yes, she has.
Okay, have you read that?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in there true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Vermillion, I'm short circuiting your questions this morning because I have to go to a National Weather Service call because of this impending storm. And so I'm trying to rush through my hearings, but Mr. Dumas, what's going to happen is once you have signed that document before a notary and provided it to Ms. Vermillion, she'll e-file it with the county clerk. I'll sign the order appointing you as the executor of the estate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. Please make sure that you cooperate with her in getting her a listing of the assets of the estate because she has 90 days to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all have a great week and let me know if y'all need anything.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so we're gonna go to Bruce Gregory. Self-approved.
See him on TV? It'll be in a minute. There we go. Volume's up.
Morning, Mr. Gregory.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay, do you say it Melton?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Melton, you are Paul Rene Melton, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you'll raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Melton, I'm going to show you what purports to be the last will and testament of Loretta Mae Melton. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go to the signature page and ask you if that's her signature on that document.
Yes, sir.
And after the date she made this will on December 28th of 2006, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, and has Mr. Gregory provided you with a document called a proof of death and other facts?
Yes, sir.
And have you read that?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in there true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you'll go ahead and sign that. I'm sorry, Mr. Gregory, I'm short-circuiting your questions this morning because I have to get to a National Weather Service call.
We're all in favor of you doing that. We know that's very important. Especially if you can get rid of some of the rain. Okay, Your Honor, that's been notarized. May he sign the oath?
All right, yes, please. All right, Mr. Melton, I've signed the order admitting your mother's will to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters and appointing you as executor of the estate. Please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Gregory in getting him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate because he has 90 days to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Right, okay.
All right, y'all have a great day and let us know if you need anything, Mr. Gregory.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care now.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Okay, we're gonna go to 7, which is Mr. Simmons.
It's two witnesses. Martha Earl, two shit. Yeah, as far as I know. Start video. Here we go. Start my video.
So where's my desk? There we go. There. right, are you Melanie Anderson?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Okay, where are Mr. and Mrs. Touche?
She's right here.
Okay, if I could get Martha and Earl to line up behind you and all of you to raise your right hands, please.
Can you see us?
Okay, there you go. Okay, do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Good.
All right, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Jane Guillory. Do y'all recognize that as being her will?
Yes.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page. And ask y'all, is that her signature on that document?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay, and after the date she made this will on May 5th of 2020, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No.
Right. Mr. Simmons, you may question the independent witnesses very quickly. I have to get to a National Weather Service call, so that's why I'm taking some of your questions away.
Very good, Your Honor. Thank you very much. May it please the court. First, I'll call Martha Jean Duche.
Okay.
You're here today. And what is your association or relationship to Miss Guillory?
Relationship to who?
Miss Guillory.
Okay, she was a friend of mine for over 8 years.
Okay. And where do you reside?
5212 34th Street, Grove, Texas.
Okay. And at the time Miss Guillory or the decedent passed away, did she reside in Jefferson County?
Yes.
Okay. And did she own real estate in Jefferson County at the time she passed away?
Yes.
Okay. And you've already identified the will shown you by the judge to be her will. Have you seen that will before, ma'am?
Yes.
And when have you seen the will before?
I don't remember the exact date, but I did see it after she made it for Melanie.
Okay. And did the decedent tell you that she was taking a will, leaving everything to Miss Henderson?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Touche?
Yes.
Okay, you heard the questions that Mr. Simmons asked of your wife. If he asked you the questions, same questions, would your answers be the same?
Yes, would.
Okay, and so he provided you with the document to sign. Have you read the document?
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Is everything in there true and correct?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Simmons, if you'll get those notarized and sent to me, I'll sign the order admitting the will for probate. And Ms. Anderson, if you'll make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Simmons in getting him a listing of the assets of the estate, because he's going to have 90 days from the date I sign the order to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank y'all. And Mr. Simmons, if you need anything, please feel free to call me. I apologize to each of you for being in such a hurry this morning. Y'all take care now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna go to that is on
Last one.
Lede. Okay, we got, okay, go
Got a
to
bunch
Christopher.
coming in.
Okay, and Kim Freeland.
And Judge. Did I say that? Savannah?
Good morning, Mr. Godin.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, so we're waiting on Charlene Roan, Rev Walker, and Dwight Benoit.
They're all present, Judge. I see them on the screen. I see that,
Roan, I do not have video with Pastor Benoit or Pastor Walker yet.
okay.
They're connecting the audio, I think, and Pastor Walker's muted, and I have no video with him.
Okay, give me 1 second. Give him a phone call.
Pastor Walker, if you can hear me, there should be a button in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen that says to enable video. If you kind of touch around down there in the bottom left. We're doing okay. Okay, this will be the last one. Ms. Roan?
Yes, sir.
Well, it appears that our ad litem is having trouble connecting to the audio too. Ms. Roan, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the true self you got?
I do.
Okay, I guess we're gonna wait a second, Mr. Godin, because I've got to allow the ad litem to hear the testimony.
Okay, Judge.
Reverend Walker, can you hear me? You're also muted. You'll need to unmute your line.
See if they can.
You need more coffee, Judge.
Hmm?
You need more coffee.
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Mhm.
Everybody's having problems connecting to the audio this morning.
Mhm.
Reverend Walker, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Can you, down at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, if you'll press around down there should be a little movie camera. If you'd press that to enable video.
I pressed it 2 or 3 times.
There you are. I
There
got
you are.
Well, I saw you for a minute and then you disappeared.
There you go.
There you are.
Okay.
Okay, we've still got our attorney ad litem and Reverend Benoit trying to connect to the audio.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Reverend Walker, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. I am not sure what problem is with Reverend Benoit's and missed feelings. Mr. Godin, why don't you go ahead and take the testimony of Ms. Roan and Reverend Walker?
Okay. All right. At this time, I call Reverend Rev Walker. Can you state your full name for the record, please?
Reverend Rev Walker III.
Okay, and you were friends with the decedent Alvin Leday Sr. for roughly 40 years, correct?
Yes.
Okay, do you mind elaborating a little on how you and Reverend Walker became friends?
How Reverend Leday and I became friends?
Yes, sir, I'm sorry.
We met at church over 40 years ago. I lived in China, he lived in Cheek at the time.
Okay, and would it be safe to say that you're familiar with his family history?
I didn't understand you.
Would it be safe to say that you're familiar with his family history?
Yes.
Okay, and Mr. Leday died on January 29th of 2020 at the age of 68, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and at the time of his death, he was domiciled and had a fixed place of residence in Jefferson County, Texas.
He did.
Okay, and at the time of his death, he was also married to Cruella Leday.
Correct.
Okay, but prior to his marriage with Cruella, he was also married 4 times previously, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and his first marriage was to Juanita Caesar. Is that
As
right?
far as I know, that's the first one I knew.
Okay, and during his marriage with Miss Juanita, he had three children, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and those children are Charlene Roan, who was also the applicant, Selena Coachman, and Maria, correct?
Okay. I'm familiar with their first names. I didn't know all of them's marriage names, but those first names are correct.
Okay, and to the best of your knowledge, that marriage ended by divorce.
Yes.
Okay, and his second marriage was to Brenda Hunter, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and there were no children born of that marriage.
None to my knowledge.
Okay, and that marriage also ended by divorce.
Yes.
Okay, now his third marriage was to Evelyn Narcissus, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and during that marriage, there were two children born, namely Lilius and Alvin Lede Jr.
Correct.
Okay, and that marriage also ended by divorce.
Yes.
Okay, and his fourth marriage was to Johnny Owls, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and no children were born of that marriage.
None to my knowledge.
Okay, and to the best of your knowledge, other than the children that I named previously, Mr. Lede didn't hold himself out to be the father, nor did he adopt any other children.
None to my knowledge.
Okay, and to the best of your knowledge, Mr. Lede also died without a will.
To the best of my knowledge, talking to his children, he died without a will.
Okay, and do you know whether or not there was a diligent search for a will?
Well, that was what?
A diligent search for a will.
As far as I know, the kids did it.
Okay, and you don't have any interest in this estate?
None.
Okay,
no
Ms.
further-
Phelan, do you have any questions to this witness? I've looked at your report.
No, sir. Everything's in the report. I had an opportunity in advance to interview both witnesses.
Okay, and Mr. Godin, I'm sorry that I'm going to short circuit your questioning a little bit this morning. I have to get to a National Weather Service call because of this
Okay.
storm. And so Reverend Benoit, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth to help you God?
I do not swear, but I do declare I'll give the truth.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Reverend Benoit, you were familiar with the decedent Alvin Lede Sr.?
Correct.
And you're familiar that he was married on 4 separate occasions?
Correct.
And his first 3 marriages ended in divorce?
Correct.
And of those first 3 marriages, there were 5 children that were born: Charlene Roan, Selena Jacqueline Coachman, Maria Adegbenro, Lilius Donetta Lede, and Alvin Lede Jr. Is that correct?
Correct, sir.
Okay, and to your knowledge, are there any other children that were born to or adopted of any of those marriages of Reverend Lede?
Not to my knowledge.
All right, any questions of this witness, Ms. Phelan?
No, sir.
Okay, and Ms. Roan, you are a surviving daughter of Reverend Lede?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Godin has provided you with proof of death and other facts related to your father's history?
Yes, sir.
And have you read that document?
Yes, sir.
And is everything contained in that document true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Correct. Yes, sir.
All right, so what's going to happen is that y'all are going to make arrangements to sign the documents that Mr. Godin prepared and have those notarized. Mr. Godin will then e-file those with the county clerk. I'll sign the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing administration of Reverend Lede's estate. If you'll make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Godin in getting him a listing of the assets of your father's estate, because he has 90 days to file an inventory with the court once I've signed the order. I apologize to you, Mr. Godin, for
It's okay, Judge, I definitely understand.
questions, but we're dealing with this storm and I need to go take care of these issues. And so Reverend Walker and Reverend Benoit, thank y'all both so very much for showing up.
Praying for you, Judge. Thank you.
And y'all let us know, Mr. Godin, if there's any way I can help you.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Take
Thank
care
you.
now. Y'all have a great one.
Yes,
You
sir.
too.
Yeah.